Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. It's a very warm day 62 and the coming to the close of week 9 for my total diet replacement phase of the NHS Path to Remission Programme. To be fair, this week not been a lot going on. Quite uneventful. Haven't really done much into the research. I didn't have my coach call this week or anything because it's on a 2 weekly basis. Just kind of kept up the routine, having the shakes, going on walks, and like general lifestyle kind of change maintenance kind of thing, tidying up the house and things like that. So yeah, it's going well. So differences from last week. So last week I weighed in. We had just hit our my 10% loss goal. So I was at 163.2. This week weighed in at 162.3. So I lost 900 grams. Still good. Still almost a kilo in a week. Still an amazing loss. I'll pop the figure up there probably to kind of like highlight it, and then I'll pop the blood glucose level, which last week we measured in at 5.8, not 58, 5.8, and then this week we measured in at 5.9, so it went up by 0.1, but that's still fine. That's still under the sixes, so I'm happy. As I say, as long as it kind of like stays in the low, now I'd like it just kind of like stay high fives and then kind of move into like the lower fives by the end of June, like hopefully low five, high fours by the end of June. Fingers crossed. So yeah, and blood pressure last week was 119/64, 64 was it? 63. It was 119/63, and then this week it was 120/76. So a little bit higher, but still within, I think, a good resting range. So no worries there. So yeah, we're into week 9, well, at the end of week 9. So next week, week 10, and then 11, 12, and then that should be it for the end of the total diet replacement phase of the NHS Path Programme. We should move on in 3 weeks into the food reintroduction, which I'm really excited about, actually. Like, the more, I think, maybe about like a month ago, when it was kind of like first mentioned, or I first read about it in the like community and stuff like that, I was probably a bit like cautious about it. Because like I was thinking, like, if there was at any point where I was going to like maybe fail and fall off the wagon, it'd be when I would start eating again. But I think now that I've done enough kind of like research and prepping recipes and things, that I think that going into it, I have enough preparation, and I think the mindset change that I've had as well. I think I'm quite confident that going into it, I'm going to do quite well, because I've got the routine set. I have like a week meal plan set, which I'll do week by week, and then a week, like a miniature weekend set meal plan, which I'll do to kind of like vary things slightly as well. So I think that should work quite well. Sorry, I just literally just had a shake, so I'm a little bit gassy. So yeah, so that's going to be exciting. Food reintroduction. I'm hopefully going to speak to the coach this coming Sunday, not Sunday, coming Thursday. There we go. And can like hopefully like I'll be able to say, oh, is there like a specific date that I'll be starting from? And then if there is, and they say, yeah, you're going to be starting eating food from this day, or like, well, swapping out one of the shakes, that means that I can prepare and buy all the ingredients and put the slow cooker on for like say the day before and get it all prepped out in it like containers. Because the way I'm going to do it, because in the little like booklet plan, like personalized plan, or whatever it's called, they mentioned about swapping out a shake for a meal, and it kind of like mentions about doing it like a different shake or meal throughout the day. And I don't think that will work for me. I think what I would rather do first is like just say, oh, I'm going to replace my 5 o'clock shake with a dinner kind of thing, which is going to be the Chilenaise. That's what I'm going to start off with, the Chilenaise that I mentioned in the last video, because I can prep that in the slow cooker, get 8 portions ready, stick 4 or 5 in the fridge, and then the other 3 in the freezer, and then as I get to the end of it, I can start defrosting them. So that's going to be like the first meal I replace. I think is going to be my 5 o'clock, like my dinner shake, and swap it out for my actual dinner with the 400-calorie Chilenaise recipe. And then when it comes to replacing the next meal, that's when I'll decide whether it's going to be either like the breakfast or the lunch that I would take to work. Well, both of them I'd be taking, like say in the work week, I'll be taking them with me. And then at the weekend, obviously it'd be a different thing. So that's, I know definitely 100% I'm confident that I'm going to replace the first shake is going to be the dinner shake, and that's going to be replaced with the Chilenaise. And then maybe, I think probably for the ease and convenience, the next one might be I swap out the breakfast shake with the little kind of like yogurt and Weetabix bowl. It's a little bit like overnight oats, but with Weetabix and some like frozen berries on top, and like a drizzle of, I think you can get like the Skinny Co 0-calorie syrup to give it a bit of sweetness kind of thing. So then I'll do that one next. So it'll be the breakfast, 400-calorie breakfast. Then the lunch I'd have the shake, and then for dinner have the Chilenaise, and then a shake in the evening. And then obviously going from that, the next one I'd replace the lunch one, which will be the tuna cucumber salad one that I've come up with, that recipe. And yeah, that'll be easy for me to take to work. And then obviously at the weekend, those would change. So instead of the yogurt and Weetabix bowl, it'll be the like salmon, egg and cheese like toasty thing, which actually sounds really good. Like I'm genuinely looking forward to having that, because that sounds amazing. And then my like lunch and dinner, or my lunch for those days, will be like the 400 cal like a turkey McMuffin burger thing that I come up with. So yeah, genuinely excited to start the food reintroduction. Looking forward to discussing it with my coach to see what path we're on, because I may have to change the recipe depending on what path I'm going to go on to, whether it be like zero carbs or Mediterranean, or like just a balanced one. Hopefully it's just the balanced one, because I've worked all that out for the balance. Haven't really done much research on like the no carbs or the Mediterranean style, but they would be quite easy to adjust. So no real kind of issues there. Anything else going on? Last week I did another put my teeth back in, another long walk around my local park. So yeah, walking around that is about like 3.3 kilometers, and I do that in around about 30 to 40 minutes. So it's a nice walk, especially on like a really nice sunny day like it has been recently. I even kind of every now and again, like if I go around like maybe just over halfway, I'll find a bench in the shade and sit down for like 5-10 minutes just to kind of look around, take it all in, have a bit of like a mindful meditation, kind of like self-reflection period, and then carry on going. And I've got myself a new smartwatch tracker thing, because unfortunately the one that I had, which was gifted to me, like hand me down from a family member ages ago, it sort of unfortunately died. The battery in it was no longer lasting. I actually watched it on like its final day, because it did the little buzz to say, oh, I'm low battery, and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I was like, how can you be low battery already? And I looked and I watched the little percentage go like from 20 to 16 to 10, 9, and then 0, and it just died. I was like, oh, okay. I had it for a long time and it served its purpose, but now I've got this one, which is, I literally charged this a couple of days ago, well, yesterday, in fact, yesterday morning, and it's only just gone down to 96% battery, so I was able to wear it in my sleep last night, so I can get some maybe sleep monitoring in there as well. But usually I'm just using it to just track distance, make sure I get my steps in, and like my activity minutes and things, so yeah, that's going well. I think I'm going to plan like my next kind of like goal kind of thing for doing like activity is for June. I'm going to try and make sure that I at least do a mile a day. So that'll be 30 miles for the month, and I'll be measuring it in kilometers. So I think that's about 49-ish, well, just under 49 kilometers. So I think I'll be able to hit that, because I think I'm walking about like a couple kilometers a day. So in theory, I should hit that quite easily. But I think that's a good thing to, even not to like extend myself, just to make sure that I hit that as a commitment, that I do a mile a day, or 1.61 kilometers, whatever it is, in kilometers. And then obviously the other goal we have is, since we've hit the 10% weight loss, I want to now aim for like 15% original body weight loss. So I think that target is 154.2 kilograms. So with what I'm on now, that would be 8.1 kilograms to lose. Yeah, 8.1. And so that should, depending on if I carry on even with the food reintroduction, if I'm still within such a deficit that I'm losing still like around about a kilo, maybe between 1 and 2 kilos a week, should need to be about, well, 4-5 weeks, hopefully, to get to that point, which would be amazing if that was the case. But I am expecting, when we start reintroducing food, as my kind of body adjusts to it, there probably may be a slight fluctuation of maybe, I think I should still lose weight, but whether I lose as much weight, we'll see what happens with that. But I've made sure that it's a high protein meal with minimal, well, there's no carbs in the Chilenaise as such. It's like, as in like there's no pasta, bread, rice or anything like that. It's just complex carbs from like the beans and peas, corn, vegetables, all the vegetables in there. And there's hardly any fats in it either. So yeah, I'm hoping that even with the deficit and on that sure, there'll probably be a fluctuation, but I would think I should still lose weight on that. So yeah, that's kind of the plan so far. So get to 15% total body weight loss is the next weight goal, and then my activity goal is I want to walk at least a mile a day. So for the month of June, we're going to try and make sure we hit 30 miles or just under 49 kilometers. Anything else going on? I think that's about it, really. I say until I speak to the coach next week, and to see what's going on with the food reintroduction. That's when probably the next big update will be. But I'll probably continue to do like the weekly videos over kind of like the total diet replacement phase, and then maybe for the first couple of weeks into like the food reintroduction stage. And then I might move into maybe doing fortnightly like longer form videos rather than like weekly ones. But we'll see how it goes. I've enjoyed making the videos so far, and I think they've been well received as well. So yeah, it's going well. So I'm gonna leave it there. Can't think of anything else to say, so I'm just gotta leave it there. I'm going to go play badminton in a bit, which will be really good to get the energy up. So that's kind of the new Sunday or at least weekend thing, playing some badminton to really like burn off those excess calories, which I definitely don't have at the moment. But it'll be nice to get that kind of like habit in now and carry it on going on later on. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I do my little update shot on Thursday. Hopefully we lose another kilo, get there. And I'll say in the next long form video on Sunday, the next Sunday, I'll talk about what the coach and I discussed and what kind of like the food reintroduction is going to be happening, which pathway I'm on. Hopefully I'll get all that information for you guys. So yeah, so I'll see you in the next video on Thursday. Stay safe, especially with it being warm. Keep yourselves hydrated, look after yourselves. Thank you so much again for your support, really appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. Take care and goodbye.